There was so much to digest before they'd even really started fighting, wasn't there, Martin?
Yeah, if the fight is half as interesting as what we've just seen sort of pre-bell, then this promises to be a cracker. Noted straight away that YAHAYA is coming out in a southpaw stance. Clegg with his 6 victories, 2 by way of knockout. We were sort of discussing he doesn't look physically like a man who sort of has built into the super flyweight division yet, but a 33% knockout rate, it's impressive for,
it's not
certainly for the
a
lower weight division as well.
No. Came out with Dean White in his corner, so he's got some backing.
But YAHAYA is certainly no mug. 23 wins, 9 losses, coming over from Tanzania for it. He knows his way around the ring.
He does, but I mean, he debuted at 108 pounds. He's, you know, he's not fought up at this weight very, very much, Adam YAHAYA, and all right, he does have some sort of spurious title fights under his belt, but these are not big guys, and ALFIE is noticeably bigger, and I use the word chiseled. It's chiseled.
Yeah, he's got more definition to him, hasn't he?
Slashing that right hand, that southpaw right hand at ALFIE Clegg's chin there as he backed off Adam YAHAYA, but
it's a big following here for ALFIE Clegg tonight. He was meant to be on the Tolworth show last week, a Dean White card. That show got pulled. Steve Goodwin was good enough to put him on tonight to still be able to give him a run out. So he's had 1 week's delay to his fight date, but he looks in great shape. He looks a classy operator.
He does. His name's classy. That's his nickname. Got it on his shorts, just to remind us.
A couple of feints there by YAHAYA, but I'm not sure anyone in this venue's buying them, to be honest. They're a little bit over the top.
Lovely footwork from ALFIE Clegg there. That was a little jig in the corner.
When YAHAYA sort of feints, he throws
lovely right uppercut down the middle there from ALFIE Clegg. Sorry, Martin.
He throws that right leg out very far. Like, the balance is going to be questionable. Should Clegg be able to counter at that moment? I think it's a great opportunity to do so. He seems to overreach with the right foot when he goes to sort of feint jab.
Yeah, he's certainly got good foot movement, good head movement.
He's everywhere, isn't he, Clegg?
I've got that one.
Really like to see Clegg maybe sort of plant his feet a little bit more, maybe start to impose himself in this round, because he's got the sort of timing, it looks like, of YAHAYA. He certainly looks sort of levels above in terms of boxing ability. It'd be nice to see him now maybe trying to assert himself upon YAHAYA a little bit.
It certainly does. He's quite light on his toes, isn't he? Sprightly, Clegg.
Nice shot, nice angle.
It looks like he's got the measuring of YAHAYA in terms of he could afford to roll those dice.
Yeah.
Boxing's obviously all about calculated risk. Just watching his feet, getting inside the southpaw stance there. ALFIE Clegg, nice wide base to him. Tanzania YAHAYA sort of squaring up a little bit there as he came in. Clegg looking pretty confident, do you think?
He is, and I think he was only last out in June, Clegg. 3rd round stoppage, so he looks like a young man who's sort of got that confidence of momentum behind him, which is so important for a fighter, and he's got the confidence of this crowd behind him.
Yeah. Shouts of ALFIE going up behind us in York, well, all around us in York Hall.
Quick feet again for him, just switches in and out. It's lovely.
He's very, very easy on the eye, isn't he? Not much landed of real note. I mean, ALFIE Clegg's clearly winning the fight, but in terms of making Adam YAHAYA, look like he's in trouble, that's not happened as yet.
No, I mean, you struggle to maybe sort of recollect a couple of points during the fight, which maybe says, although you feel that Clegg is winning, and he is clearly winning, you'd like to see him do a little bit more. create those moments. That's it. Nice right uppercut.
That was perfect, right on cue.
He listened to me, I think.
It's your stage whisper, Martin.
He's got a lot of variation in shots, Clegg, doesn't he? He's always looking at angles as well. There you go, he just stepped off, pivoted to the left.
Absolutely perfect.
I'd like to see him counter off it as well, though. He does well to evade. He looks for that angle, but then doesn't always put something on it. It'd be nice to see him take that risk right now.
He might have 23 wins to his name, Adam YAHAYA, but he's never won outside of his home country of Tanzania. He's fought 10 rounders. He knows how to pace himself. He's won a couple of, as I said earlier, sort of spurious belts. The Global Boxing Council, that
was it a UBO?
Worldwide powerhouse.
Is there a UBO in there? Well, he's ushering him in though, YAHAYA. He fancies this, doesn't he? He's looking for the opportunity. Wry smile at the end.
How do you feel about
Seconds out, round 3.
Just to touch on what happened before the fight, we sort of alluded to it earlier. YAHAYA was here, he ring walked, he stood in his corner, and at that point, Clegg had come out, ring walked in his corner, we turned around and YAHAYA was no longer there.
Absolutely went missing, didn't he?
Confusion reigned for the best part of a few minutes. I can only assume he didn't have his groin protector on.
Well, the whip, Dave, was looking rather frantic.
Trying to find...
Oh, hello.
I thought Dave was going to get dragged in for a 6th rounder at one point. Then there was confusion.
It seemed like they thought it was 8. That was another part of the problem.
Yeah. We're there in the end, and I'm glad we are, because Clegg is entertaining.
He's looking good value. Left hand crashes off the glove of Clegg there from Adam YAHAYA, who's started this round a little bit more aggressively than he finished the last.
What I like about Clegg is that when he's not looking for the angles and when he's not in motion, he's very tight. He's got that hand right up to the chin tucked into the left shoulder. There you go, right now. Sort of, there aren't openings for YAHAYA, and I think that's what's frustrating YAHAYA as well, is that you saw him ushering in, that's brilliant roll. You saw him ushering in Clegg. There aren't openings for him.
Lovely right hand there from
It's a bit rudimental there of YAHAYA, sort of ran at him.
It's a great word. Rudimentary, crude, crass, one-dimensional, just rushing forward and swinging that left hand.
Yeah, it was almost a head-down run at him, which I think we've seen enough of Clegg by now to realise that isn't the approach you need to be taking.
Well,
great left hand.
Every time he does open up, ALFIE CLEGG really punishes him for it, and
Clegg really snapped that neck to the left-hand side of YAHAYA. Just the left hook came around the side. Good shot.
At the left hand there for his trouble, ALFIE CLEGG. This fight's starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah, and I think maybe that's YAHAYA tiring a little bit, because Clegg certainly doesn't seem to be, and he's had the higher work rate. Good right hand.
Tried the right hand there, just fell short, but it was well timed, wasn't it?
That technique of YAHAYA is starting to fall apart a little bit. We saw it there, he left the chin hanging out a little bit. He'd ran in earlier, which was a strange move.
Lovely movement there from ALFIE CLEGG to move off the ropes, spin it round, and now put Adam YAHAYA on the back foot.
I think ALFIE CLEGG's starting to realise as well how sort of far in advance, level-wise.
Oh, and down goes Adam YAHAYA. That was a cuffing left hook. Didn't look like a heavy knockdown. He doesn't look that massively bothered. Could almost have been ruled a slip.
Yeah, I mean, it had been coming.
Round 4 of this super flyweight match between ALFIE CLEGG and Adam YAHAYA. ALFIE CLEGG having won every round and with a 10-8 in that third.
Yeah, it didn't seem a heavy knockdown. I think YAHAYA sort of back in his corner, but I said it in the last round, his technique is starting to look a bit, the tiredness is set in for YAHAYA, and everything seems to be falling apart a little bit, and then it culminated with that knockdown at the end of the round.
And he seems to, again, from the start of this round, from classy. I keep wanting to call him Nick Clegg.
He of political fame.
ALFIE CLEGG is punishing Adam YAHAYA every time he tries to open up. And to be honest, if he wants to win this fight, that's what he's going to have to do, because he's getting soundly beat at the moment.
I mean, YAHAYA's got 2 options now, hasn't he? Which is throw the kitchen sink or survive.
It looks like he's going for throw the kitchen sink, which, as a spectator, is my preference.
100%. I think everybody in your call right now would err on the side of throw the kitchen sink. I'm not sure for YAHAYA's well-being for this evening that's the best option, but I'd like to see it.
You're not getting 10% of his purse for work in the corner though, Martin, so...
Good right to the body there by Clegg. Stabbing little shot. Bounces one off the forehead. YAHAYA's just falling
so off balance, and that left hook as he was going back from some Clegg, and a right again to the sternum.
He's getting made to pay every time it goes wrong.
And it seems to go wrong every time so far for Adam YAHAYA in this round.
Very true.
He's now 4 rounds down, essentially, in a 6-round fight.
Low. Yeah.
Oh, not more low blow. I think we've had enough of the low blow discussions.
YAHAYA didn't make a meal of it.
No. Well, it wasn't that low.
The referee's taking a look at YAHAYA here. He's very sort of closing in on the eyes. So I don't think there's anything to be worried about imminently, but I'm not sure how much he's got left in him, YAHAYA.
You're right. He's not taking his eyes off him at all, is he?
No. I think if Clegg decided to put his foot down a little bit and go for a stoppage here, I think
he's got him trapped in a neutral corner for a second, and there we go. And the gloves touch down, and that is going to be another.
He's protesting.
It's another count. I can understand his frustration, but he did get clipped on the head as he moved to his left there, Adam YAHAYA.
He did,
and that, unfortunately, your gloves touch the canvas. That is a count.
He can protest all he likes. He got hit and his gloves touched the canvas. It's not a contentious point.
Yeah, he's going to see the end of the round out, though, surely. YAHAYA, last few seconds. That's another 10-8 round.
He's not happy still.
She thought it was a trick.
Just discussing that between rounds, and those around us who thought it may have been a trip of YAHAYA.
I didn't think so. I thought it was a left hook as he came in, sort of made him fall over.
I think if it was a trip, it might have been caused by tiredness, might have been caused by the punch, might have been caused by being a little bit scrambled from it.
And he knows those left hands, he's sending a carrier pigeon before he throws.
YAHAYA's very frustrated. We're only a few seconds into the round here.
Well, again, that's 2 10-9s in my scorecard and 2 10-8s. He needs a knockout to get a draw here.
Clegg, for what it's worth, is still boxing the same as he was in round 1. Lovely footwork, lovely range, lovely motion. And YAHAYA doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, front foot or back foot, he's really sort of controlling the fight, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's looking really good value, Clegg. Do you think it's too soon to be talking about putting him in maybe a final eliminator for a southern area, or?
Well, I mean,
or even a southern area?
Yeah, a super flyweight. There aren't that many super flies around, are there? He's 6-0 at this point. He's clearly a very talented fighter. As I say, it's not a division that's sort of stacked with dozens and dozens of fighters. I don't know what that sort of English-British level looks like. You've got the likes of Tommy Frank, Conor Butler, Conor Cowsall, Conor Quinn, lots of Conors. Might be out of place.
You've got Jack Hughes, who's sat immediately to my right-hand side, who would make an argument for himself if no one else would.
I know Jack's looking at moving up in weight for his next fight, but when there are sort of names around the top of the division, I'm sure Jack would love to come and fight him for a Southern Area Super Flyweight.
Or we can pass to him. Jack, would you like to fight for a Southern Area Super Flyweight again?
To be honest, mate, I've already been there, done that, brought the t-shirt. I just want to move on now to bigger and better things like the English, Commonwealth, British, and so on and so forth.
So we're getting the most appropriate title because, again, it's great the southern area was active at that weight, because it hasn't been ever, I think, or for a very long time.
I think the first southern area super flyweight title was Jack Hughes.
Yeah, so I say I'd happily just see him.
Oh, lovely right hand, and again a lovely left hook from ALFIE CLEGG as Adam YAHAYA tries to show some sort of ambition. Every single time he's been timed perfectly by ALFIE CLEGG.
Yeah, I mean, Alfie's had this all his own way again. He's a man who's talented. He's a man who needs titles soon, I suspect.
Final 3 minutes between ALFIE CLEGG, the man in the blue with gold, and Adam YAHAYA, man from Tanzania, wearing the white trunks with the red diagonals on them. He's been outclassed, outfought pretty much everything so far, hasn't he, Adam YAHAYA? But he hasn't stopped trying, which is admirable.
I give him absolute credit for effort. You know, maybe some of the application hasn't been up to scratch at times. But Clegg has grown and grown and grown in this fight. I was impressed in round 1. I'm more impressed by round 6.
Absolutely. The end of round 5, he didn't even throw a punch, and I was impressed by what he was doing.
Yeah, just there. He's come under the right hand, and he's thrown his own right hand into the body. He hasn't really been hit by very much. I can count on one hand probably the amount of clean shots he's taken.
Oh, and a lovely backhand right again.
And he's miles out. He's off on 1 foot. He's enjoying this, isn't he? But you look at his team around him. He's got Xavier Miller in the corner. He's got Dean White here supporting him, sort of promoting him, managing him. He's got a serious team around him. He's a serious boxer. I'm impressed.
Oh, and a lot. Just dug his right foot in there as he threw the short right to the body, to the breastplate of Adam YAHAYA, who keeps coming forward. But ALFIE CLEGG is just making him look so. Oh, and that's.
It's getting into mockery territory at that point, isn't it? Which, look, he's that comfortable in there. Entertained, and he has entertained all evening.
I mean, look at those feet. He's
that's a lovely right.
And again, he was in motion and he threw that right hand. It was perfect.
As I said, those feet were just sort of tapping onto the canvas, and he was ready to go forwards or backwards. Instead, he stayed where he was. YAHAYA came forwards and he got caught as a result of it. Every time he tries to rush him, he just finds Clegg's not there.
In terms of quality of before, and a whipped right uppercut from Clegg, and he digs that right hand in, and again, as he's in motion, as you say, could be going any direction. Left hook lands again on Adam YAHAYA, who is. I mean, if this was going for 8 rounds as it was originally scheduled, you wouldn't have much hope in him making it, would you?
No. And I think, again, that heavy right to the body is right in front of us. That's punishing.
Hands behind the back. I mean, this is, as you say, showboating territory.
Switching stance. As he did for the last second of round 1, but it's a lovely right hand.
In terms of quality of performance, I think this might be the best I've seen so far this evening.
That is a highlight.
That was incredibly impressive.
Highlight of the evening.